course.
No name.
See anybody black?
Yeah.
Oh, they gonna die.
Yeah, no name, no nothing. It was you that threw the rock.
Hey, what's going on? Syntell with the Intel, and I'm here with the beautiful Mikel Claire.
Andor. I don't know.
Hey, yeah, you know, I was like, what do I do with my hands right now? Hey, listen, Andor, episode 7. 6 was amazing, probably my favorite of the series so far. So I'm definitely excited to hop back in and see what happens, what are going to be the after effects. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that, and of course, give us those thumbs up. That's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. All right, so let's get started.
When yonder window breaks.
My man's over there sulking. We haven't seen him do anything in like 2-3 episodes.
That's because he know Mama and Uncle Hardlow are there.
What makes you believe the Bureau of Standards is in the market for individuals?
It's a brown suit.
It's your interview.
Perhaps you would like to come along.
I feel like this is almost a whole other story.
I think so too.
He's done us a tremendous favor. You need to remember you're not just representing yourself today.
All that for a brown suit?
It's a brown suit. What is it that you hear my caller saying?
Look at me. I don't believe in myself. I am desperate for approval.
That's what the caller says?
They ain't hit the fan just yet, but I'm wondering how she's gonna respond to all of this too. She already got so much stress at home.
Called.
Right?
We're
I
on our
love
way
her
to the
gear.
Senate. I realized we'd be passing by.
The costuming is so good.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I worried you might do something like this.
How I wish I had. Let's have a look.
I love the way they have to act.
What were my words?
This is something else entirely.
Turning back will be impossible.
Wow.
You knew where this was going. You've always known.
You've always known. That smile is crazy.
There will be no rules going forward.
Wow. No.
Not willing to
rules.
risk your conscience, then surrender and be done with it.
Hey,
Wow.
he told you to roll over and show your belly.
Submit your conscience.
This morning.
I have some new things coming in very, very soon.
I'll be sure to
Yeah,
come by.
pretty much. Peace out.
Always at your service, Senator. Always.
Her! Please, I want to know more about her.
I know.
It's always the quiet one. Dragons, House of the Dragon. Them dragons.
Them dragons. Dinosaur show.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that hood is dope.
That's what I'm saying. That whole jacket.
She's another one.
with it.
I think she's going to be a good villain.
She never. It's fascinating. Well, she did twice, but you know.
I forgot all about her.
I didn't. Remember, I was worried how she was gonna get away from the Townie festival celebration ceremony.
Yeah, they brought the big boys in.
It's gonna be trouble.
I knew she was going to be dope.
What we have on him.
This is what it looks like.
I think she's really the leader.
That's what I'm saying. That's what she's so quiet. There's something about her that makes me want to pay attention.
All right now,
Please.
she about to get throat punched up in this piece. I'll steal that red jacket.
Cassian!
Since when do we lock the door?
Where have you been?
Look at you.
Good thing there's nobody guarding it, because that robot Andor was like, Cassian.
Wow.
Let's do that.
Her and the droid, they're both old and tattered.
Yeah, they're not going.
Go ahead with your ritual. Whoever got her dress work, be on
I
it.
told you.
Having a happy chat about childhood days.
I'm not sure I understand.
No,
You don't.
you don't.
I've made you angry.
No, you set me free. I've been wondering all day how I could be sure of confiding in you.
Oh.
Wow.
It's like, what are we talking about?
I show you the stone in my hand. You miss the knife at your throat.
Wow.
Where's this going, Mom?
Another good question.
Yeah, he's like, can you just spill it?
Her husband
You're my
doesn't know.
best shot.
No, he
answer my
doesn't.
question.
But
And I
he's
won't.
watching
You're
her.
better off not knowing. Or perhaps you find my politics a bit strong for your taste.
Uh-oh! Look, he's like, yeah! We about to get grimy together.
Oh, she said he's not to be trusted.
Not to be trusted.
True. I love that she keeps telling him to smile. That tickles me. You notice he came over. He was watching, though. He was watching. Yeah. He was like, he's talking too long to my lady over here. Mm-hmm. Let me put my hand in the small of her back. They're going to wonder where she got those credits from.
Well, I don't think they're not all for her.
No, but still. You better get out of there, Cassian. You're making me nervous. Oh, that's not a good idea.
Oh,
absolutely.
You know, it's a brother. He gotta die.
Oh, of course. Without us even knowing who he is.
Yeah, of course.
No
you
name.
See anybody black? Yeah. Oh, they gonna die.
Yeah, no name, no nothing. It was you that threw the rock.
Mama Marva, he's coming back.
She's not there.
I turn off before I get to the square. I take the long way around, so I don't have to think about Clem hanging there.
Clem?
Yeah, it was the other guy that was with him, I think. When they picked him up.
Oh, yeah, remember? Oh, you're right. Okay.
You can't stay, and I can't go.
Wow, that's tough.
What a scene, though.
Yeah. Ooh, that's tough for both of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then she picks up the piece.
She's there to fight. She's
ready
there to fight.
We draw on maps.
You think the relevance of my work has been supplanted?
Systems either change or die.
Ooh.
Sir.
She's not lying, though.
Yeah, but she's still out of order.
Yeah.
I see no urgent problem, but as always, I salute the provocative exchange of ideas. Supervisor Grandy, you will accelerate your schedule. Young, I will expect your report on Old Mandel tomorrow.
Okay. I mean, you can say what you want about the Empire. At least he's fair.
If you'd walk with me, Mama.
She looked at him like,
I don't like it.
I like her.
I don't like it.
Well played.
Thank you, sir.
Watch your back.
There we go. That's all she needed to know. He's like, I'm not gonna stand in your way. Watch your back.
And beaches.
Niamos.
Oh, is this where Cassian goes?
I guess so. My man really did say he was about to go to the Bahamas.
Oh, and he got a lady friend. He's in the Riviera.
Wait, no.
What?
Hey! Remember him?
Tourists don't
No.
run.
But I'm not running.
You got that right.
I wonder if this is how they first met.
Here.
He just made up himself. It's not him.
Wait!
Wow. Wow.
Dang.
That is
He said
crazy.
it used to be 6 months. Now it's 6 years.
He's just a tour. Well, remember they said the charges, they were going to like reevaluate? That music.
It's that 9 to 5 music.
Slow elevator.
Yes, he just another cog in the machine. That was an interesting way that they ended it on him.
Yeah. Well, because you know something's going to happen with him. It's coming.
He couldn't be tied to anything else because, you know, he did just do a terrorist act.
That's
so.
true. That's very true. But his name was Clem in that, remember?
Oh my gosh, the 9 to 5, the cubicle job.
Uh-oh.
Star Wars.
You can tell they're coming for you. We need to reinstate you so that you can be on Queen Mora, Supervisor Miro's charge. What? Why you gotta have cold feet?
Crazy.
Oh. There's that.
This dude. Don't worry. Your job is saved.
I like how they have the take on the suit and tie.
You signed it.
I was given no choice.
The way she walks, what? Is she on a catwalk or something?
She got her mounty pants on.
I
know.
know.
You gotta strut them bad boys.
Give him Blevins' report. Let him read it. Keep him in there.
Of all days.
We have time.
I think it's funny how they have him like in the interrogation room.
Narkina.
It's Narkina 5. What you talking about? You recognize it?
Did not.
Looked a little like 4, didn't it?
5 and 6 are so similar.
Yeah, no, right?
Empire came and found you.
Dang. It's a whole other Alcatraz. The funny thing is, he isn't even really the person they're looking for.
Well, they're trying to get him to get to the man.
I know, but you know, they got on moon boots.
They got on Reebok pumps.
We're here to pump you up.
They know they can't run because out there ain't nothing but ocean.
It's a potent question.
It's their feet.
And hopefully one you won't need to have answered very often, but...
Tear them toes up.
Oh,
damn!
That's
Woo!
why.
They did the thriller pose.
That's why it's on. That's why they have the boots on.
My man hit the pose. He said, yeah!
You may start.
Yeah!
That was level 1.
Oh wait, that was level 1.
Do your time productively, keep to your lane, and this needn't be more than a memory. Good luck to you.
But the thing is, it got the whole crew. So if one person does something wrong, does everybody catch it? She told you.
You better respect them mounty pants.
Back to your cubicle. That he knows some stuff. He probably knows more about what was in the report than he's telling, and he's gonna like do it on his own.
He's definitely gonna do something on his own.
Yeah.
Well, at least we see the boots on this racks. We'll see that again.
Yeah.
Ice front, I said.
Sorry, I had to wait. They're short-handed down there. They had to pull a guy out from 4. I came as quick as I could.
Post up. We're already behind.
We good?
Yes.
I feel like something is about to happen.
Yep.
On program.
Step onto the lift and stop. Move forward. Move.
Hold your position.
I bet he's gonna see somebody he knows in there.
Slow up. My line.
Dang.
Table 5.
Damn. Okay. There you go.
Table 5.
How does he know what he's supposed to do?
Better learn.
Oh, I know.
39 minutes. On the tongue.
As ever, the least productive table will be disciplined.
Damn.
The leading table will be disciplined? Is that what they said?
I doubt it's the. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Say grana.
Well, good luck feeding the galaxy. I'm off to feed myself.
Charity begins at home.
I was hoping you'd come.
Look at the way he looked at that.
Oh, yeah.
You like that snark.
It's in his own home.
Oh, I've lost my taste for it.
It's disgusting.
That's the point.
I should find Dad. Nice to see you again.
Is she ever not anxious?
I feel like she's part of something that she doesn't want them to know about. Like she might be a part of the rebellion or something.
My man is still like, yo, I'm still a tourist.
Not any longer. Yeah, I bet this is food.
Oh, this team looks distraught.
Sign language. They must be planning something, obviously. You better get in there before you don't get fried, homie. Get in there. Oh my gosh, get in there. What are you doing? They have dinner parties quite often, don't
All
they?
the time. I was just thinking that the dinner party scenes are just starting to get a little slow to me. They said they offer up flavor with taste. And if you're really lucky, you get flavor. Goodness.
If you lose, you get fried.
$30 Goodness.
Okay, so they're gonna show us how he's improved or where he is.
Andy Serkis is cut to be an old dude.
I didn't see his physique.
He definitely got dad bod, but you know, doing all right for it.
We'll just stay here and wait. Just hope he shows up. Could be anywhere.
This is all we have right now. What's the alternative?
Haven't we been apart long enough?
Yo, you need to get over that and get the job done. That's what I'm saying. It's a person?
It's urgent, I think she said.
No, they say he's been up for a while or something. I thought I heard.
It's been locked for a while? I don't know.
Oh, the tower.
Yeah,
okay,
she's going to call the guy. Interesting shot.
Yeah, so claustrophobic in there.
Yeah, it's getting swallowed up.
What is she pining over? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What do you mean?
She's stressed. It doesn't seem like she's stressed over the job. It seems like she's stressed over something else.
Yeah, because they're in a relationship.
Oh, he's about to sleepwalk, huh? That's what they call it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He's about done with it all.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. Where is she gonna go? to the perimeter of the little city that they live in?
I have no idea. Oh, Rebel X-Wing.
So, my friend, the garrison at Aldhani, was that you?
Hey! We got a bunch of stars in this one.
Yeah, don't be trying to come up in here and talking reckless.
I said, no, I'm not working with that man. I don't care what you selling.
Hello, Bix.
Good villainy.
Her name is a little too close to bitch.
Oh yeah, somebody definitely getting their hands caught.
He might do it on purpose. As a distraction. I don't know where he'd be going though.
Well, persecution is a... What do you say? Persecution is a... I guess an instigator for freedom or whatever.
That's what, baby?
Yeah.
We haven't seen the last of his, whatever.
Yeah, because his storyline is so out of place
and
right
random.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, we got Uncle Augie or whatever his name is.
Harlow.
Uncle Harlow. Yeah. And, you know, we got the Sopranos mom.
Carolyn!
Yeah. that one is kind of hard to kind of piece together.
Yeah.
All right, so coming off of a really action-packed episode regarding episode 6, we're left with, I guess, some more world building. Okay, I guess that's the best way to kind of put it. The pace for the previous... Some people think that the previous episodes were a bit slow. And then there was a bit of a reprieve because of the last episode. How are you feeling about this one now that it's not as action-packed as episode 6?
I actually liked this episode, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I just like the way that it's going about the response to what occurred, right?
Okay.
So it's like, oh my gosh, the Imperial people are like, oh no, you know, this can't happen. We got to do something now, and we're going to up everything, right?
Right.
So it's like now, even though they're doing that, that's part of the plan. They want them to show their hand and do something drastic like this, that, you know, according to the senator and Luthen.
Right.
So I think it's fascinating. And then, you know, the repercussions, trying to figure out what Cassian is going to do, what's going to happen. And then here at the end, he's getting, you know, arrested, which is a whole other issue.
Whole other thing.
Yeah, but in my head, I feel like that's how they're going to find him, or somebody's going to find him, either this lady that's in all white, can't think of her name, or even the guy who is the former officer.
Yeah.
Like maybe he's gonna like look in the prison records or something and find Cassian.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, what are your thoughts about everything?
Well, I think Cassian's, I guess, foster mother per se, the one who found him on the planet. You know, her whole attitude, I think, is that you can't run from the Empire. So I think Cassian still feels like he can still get away, and like it's like some of us in society who realize that, you know, the rules just aren't necessarily going to be made for you, and you're going to be prosecuted to the furthest extent of the law. You know, I think that has to happen either to somebody you know or to you personally for it to really like click, for you to realize that the system isn't fair. It's not built to protect you, and unless you do something about it, nothing is going to change.
The same.
Right.
Yeah.
So this was the thing. Like, I thought that him reading
the manifesto,
the manifesto would have been like the moment where everything changed. But it wasn't. Maybe it's going to be this. You know, you've got to hit rock bottom before you can start, you know, moving forward.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned the manifesto because I feel like somehow, for some reason, that he may have it on him. I don't know why I feel that way.
Right.
But I think that maybe when he is in prison, maybe he's going to read it.
And we're going to see the manifesto again.
Yeah, so I think that is going to be the igniting factor, is going to be the being arrested, and then somehow that manifesto is with him.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about Luthen and the senator and how the senator came in. There's two powerful people. One is power that has been taken. The other one is power probably through voting process and then going through the motions to become the senator. And they were kind of on the same path, but maybe saw two different destinations, maybe. And I feel like Luthen has forced the play in a way that the senator is either not prepared for, and maybe not necessarily even agree with. So how are we feeling with that, with the relationship with those two and the after effects?
Well, I think, like you said, they both want the same destination.
Right.
But they want to go about it differently. So, you know, I think they're both working towards the common good. But because they have different ideals about how to get there, it's going to be some headbutting. And everybody is going to be going about it in the way that they feel is best and in their best interest.
Right.
So obviously, you know, I understand that they're not always going to agree on how this happens and what's occurring and all of that.
Right.
I feel like, you know, the senator has a little more at stake, I feel like, just because she is in a position where people are watching her.
Yeah, she's in the public eye. I think she's got way more risk.
Yeah, so that obviously she's got to go about things a little more discreetly, if you will.
Right.
So I feel like I love their relationship, but obviously now, you know, they've used each other for what they need, and now they just got to go their separate paths and do what they got to do to get to the same destination.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. I don't know if they're going to circle back to each other anytime soon. I think now that like the fuse has been lit and the bomb has gone off regarding like the stealing of the funds, each one's kind of like got to make sure that their own crew is protected.
Yep.
And I think we saw that apparent when we saw Lutheran's assistant, or who we deemed to be the assistant. For all we know, she could be running the whole thing. But she's in a sense kind of like circling the wagons on her part when she meets up with the people that were the rebel rousers in the previous episode that put the mission in motion. And she's like, okay, we have to like tie up loose ends now. So it feels to me like that is what's happening. We're seeing the senator kind of like circle the wagons as well, and reinforcing her people and gaining new allies as a result of that too. So we're getting like solidified individual camps.
Yeah, well, yeah, and just like I said, you know, everybody is going to do their own thing in their best interest.
Yeah.
And so they're going to gather and do what they feel is best. So I like that they have different ways of going about it, because then there's more than one way to skin the cat.
Yes.
And they're coming at it with different approaches.
Yes. Yeah, I think my next favorite relationship regarding just this episode is with Cassian, and I forgot Karn, is that her name? The lady that was that picked him up? The older lady, I think that's her.
Not really sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, anyways, the woman who discovered him on the planet, and that to me was it was Emmy level of a scene is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, I got my mind all discombobulated. Because it felt like a mother-son relationship. It felt like you know, you have to leave the nest, an empty nest kind of situation. It felt like, and also a bit of a hint of brother, sister, a hint of it. You know, it didn't feel like 100% mother-son, but a hint of it. Because they're trying to say goodbye in such a heartfelt kind of way. I don't know. It feels like, well, you know, let me retort. Let me bring that back then. Maybe the sibling relationship was probably more for the droid than for her. You think it was just 100% like that's the full blown mother figure in his life? Okay. Well, it was just very heartfelt, you know, and you could feel like that torment, and they can't be in the same space at the same time because life has happened, and they'll may probably never even see each other again. It felt like that type of a goodbye. How'd you feel regarding or that scene or any other scene that moved you?
I mean, it moved me because, she's saying goodbye to her child. And I do see that as her child. She discovered him and took him in when he was, 9 or 10, maybe at the most. And, so that is his mother, So I did appreciate that scene. And then, his scene with Bix. Because they obviously had a relationship at some point too, and I'm sure that's very difficult for both of them. Because she knows it's not safe for them to kind of hang out or be together, or for him to be there, and she does blame him for all of the things that have happened. And
because she's not lying.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So that whole scene was just very touching, because I know that they wish things could be different also.
Is it just me? Well, to me, it feels like Cassian is still a child. It seems like he's very like a man-child.
I don't know. It might be his brooding, innocence in his face that he carries all the time. I don't know, his decisions that he makes. I think there is something with his appearance in the way that he carries himself that makes me feel that way a little bit.
Well, I guess I was talking more towards the decisions that he makes with the not taking relationships seriously, with the burning of the bridges, with the stealing, always running from your problems, that kind of childish kind of like behavior. He doesn't seem to want to take responsibility for anything. Well, outside of episode 6 when he took responsibility for the heist, but even him running off to the Bahamas with and hanging out
the Bahamas
or wherever it is, Space Bahamas. It just seems like Cassian just has not grown up yet. Speaking of somebody who's all grown up, and the Empire is an interesting antagonist as a whole, because we get to see some of the inner workings and the intricacies of it. And I forgot the young lady's name, Deidre Miro. Yeah, she, another fascinating character. It's like a Game of Thrones kind of what's going on in there. Everybody's jockeying for position, because now is the time, if you're going to be seen in the Empire as somebody who's a go-getter or a doer, now is the time to kind of shine. And she's absolutely not pausing, and her conflicted interest is the supervisor Bleach or Belch or whatever his name is, the other brother. And they're both competing. I just think that it's just a cool bit of layer adding to our antagonists. It's not just we're just here to just take over everything and they leave it at that. It's just this vague, horrible bad guy in the background. No, there's some motivations that some of these people have, and I'm rooting for. There's a piece of me rooting for the bad guy, if that makes sense. How are you feeling about the Empire?
Well, yeah, I'm not rooting for her. Okay. I do respect her moxie.
Okay.
In going after what she believes to be true and right. But the thing is, I don't know how I can support what she's doing, and then the guy who's with his mother now.
Okay. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. How can we
what's
not?
His name? Cyril.
Cyril. How can we not support Cyril and what he was doing if we support Deidre and what she's doing?
It's the attitude behind it.
Well,
because Cyril is all.
Yeah, it is, but it's still the same.
But it's different.
How is it different?
Because Deidre is not memeing about it. She's just going to get it.
Deidre is memeing about it.
No, she's not. And she got the blessing. And she got the blessing from her boss.
Cyril went to go get it too, though. She didn't get the blessing initially. I'm just saying, it just seems very hypocritical.
Cyril a mama's boy too, on top.
No, he's not. He is not. He's not happy to be there with his mother.
In the prison, in the streets, and it's just going to start pushing the resistance a lot more. And I think that's what's probably going to get Andor's people going, because they'll probably end up falling behind because they lost people, or people are killing themselves or whatever it is, or take the sleepwalk or whatever it is. Because we need something in order to motivate the people in the prison right now. Because right now we don't know how they're going to get out. But we did get one important piece of information, is that they're able to communicate with other pods through sign language.
Yeah, sign language.
So they have a way to communicate with other people within the prison, which I'm sure we'll probably see something about that.
Oh, we absolutely will, because they wouldn't have shown it had they not. I think it's fascinating that he's been there for so long, and I'm just curious how they're going to get out of there. Yeah, obviously, it's been a well-run machine for so long. Like, what makes now and a difference that they can actually do something and get out?
Yeah, and there was we had Andy Serkis, who was in there, who was he's been all over the place. Black Panther, voice of Gollum. Golly, he's got a laundry list of projects that he's worked on. But he's a really he's like a gadget guy, when it comes to finding different cool molds that he can put himself into as an actor, director, stunt guy. So it was cool to see him, and then also oh my gosh. Brother, oh my God, I forgot his name.
Skarsgård.
No.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker actually looks younger. Looks like he lost some weight.
He's lost some weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely lost some weight. His hair isn't as gray. Well, it wasn't gray there at all. So he's dyed his hair, but he looks good. Yeah.
So that was interesting. We got two good, cool little like nuggets, I guess you could say, to kind of like keep us going. Was there anything that sticks out more in this episode for you?
I can't lie. This episode was a little slow for me. I know they're still trying to build the story, build the anticipation, give me some understanding of what's happening, what's going on, and I get that, but the pacing was very slow. The music, like we said, was a little weird and wonky. Still love the costuming, still curious what's going to happen with the senator. I think it's interesting that they brought Cyril into the fold, so I'm curious what he's going to do, if anything. But I just need some more action.
Yeah, I feel you. I think the part that's sticking out to me the most regarding like losing my attention are the dinner parties. Woo! The dinner parties are kind of tough to get through. I know there's lots of wheeling and dealing and the nuances in the conversations that's being had, and I do appreciate that, but it's just really slow.
Yes.
The other thing that I do enjoy and love is I love how the prison system really fits the mold of the Empire perfect to a T. Clean, pristine, calculated, cold, setting things up in a way that you have to produce and function like, because the Empire itself is a machine, it's cold, and it just fits that so well in the way they shot that. It feels like, to me, it felt like when you're watching like F1 or NASCAR or whatever it is, and then the car comes into the pit stop, and you have to change everything out real quick and then get the car back out or whatever, or you'll lose. So they kind of like gamified the punishment, if that's a way of I guess talking about it. Okay. So that's the big thing that kind of stood out to me. The other thing I guess is like, sometimes I struggle with time. We did get at least a good clarification of time this go around with Andor talking about his 30 days. Well, 30 shifts because we don't know how long they sleep. So that was a little bit interesting that they actually cleared up a little bit more time, because I don't know how much time has passed from the time from it's first started until now.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either.
Because the conversation that the senator was having with her new colleague that's helping out, they're talking as if stuff has been in the works for a while. And that was before we got cued to the fact that Andor had been gone for 30 days. And then him being gone also to like the space Bahamas per se on his vacation, like a lot of time has passed, seemingly. So it's just sometimes I do kind of want a little bit of a foothold or grass hold as to a better concept of time. It's a very small gripe, but if there is any one thing that I'm kind of like a little like, I need that to get cleared up a little better.
No, I get that completely.
How are we feeling about it ends on the scene with Andor's old squeeze kind of like getting thrown in the clink after sending out a signal to the help, I guess. They're trying to say like Andor's mom is sick, and they said mom. That was another thing. First time I've ever heard her referred to as that, instead of just the lady that helped me out. So she's like under the interrogation light, I think she's gonna break.
Well, the thing is, she doesn't know where he is. So there's not really much that she can really give up. I think she's smart enough to know that what she was doing, there was a risk involved. So I think, obviously, she knew that something could happen, and I'm sure she's not surprised.
It seems her and Andor seem to be two peas in a pod because everything that they do, other people seem to feel the repercussions. Because her boyfriend ended up getting killed as a result of her interaction. Now, the shop owner that let her into the tower is getting hurt. Like they're very similar in that regard.
Oh yeah, they probably, like he said, they grew up together. Remember when I jumped over this fence and your dad caught me, whatever. Yeah. So they obviously grew up together. They've lived in the same place. You know what I mean? They had some sort of relationship. So I'm sure that there's some similarities in their behavior and personalities.
I'm curious as to what my big question, and this is also for the chat as well. I'm curious, has there been any clues or anything that I've missed as to why the senator does not trust her husband, and why her daughter is just always anxious? Those two things.
That's very cute. I don't know. I mean, I know she and her husband just don't have a good relationship. Obviously, they've been together since they were 15, she said.
Right.
So, I mean, and they're well into their 40s or 50s. So it's just, you never know what's happened or what's occurred. They may have a difference in politics. She even mentioned to her friend that he views her very differently than what she actually is. But a lot of it is a facade. So obviously they probably don't agree on their politics. So they just don't probably get along. So she's not going to trust him because he's probably all about whatever it is that that they're fighting against. And then the daughter, I don't know. I feel like she's a part of something that we're just not aware of yet because they keep showing her, and she keeps popping up. So I know that there's something significant about her as well. Right.
There's one more relationship that's kind of interesting, and that is I forgot her name. She was she took care of Andor when they were plotting everything together, and she's one of the few people that survived the heist. Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. She was the leader of the heist. I can't remember her name.
Val, something. Okay.
All right. And, well, she's not one of the few people. Her lover survived as well, Syntell. And they put them in a space where I guess they're surveilling, looking for Andor so they can eliminate him. But there's like this tension between the two of them in their relationship. But it feels like it's just not just with her. She feels like she just has a tension just in general because I felt it when she got the go ahead to eliminate Andor, and now we're seeing it here now. And then she's like looking out into space. I'm like, is there something else that I'm missing? It seems like it's bigger than just the relationship.
I don't think so. For some reason, I feel like every time we see her, and if there's any reference to Syntell or if Syntell's around, I feel like she has this.
Insecurity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that's her one weakness.
It's a big weakness.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I just feel like that's, and so I think that may come about like maybe in another episode because I don't think Syntell's gonna make it or something, and then something's gonna happen, and so I think that's why they're building that up because of that insecurity. That's gonna be like her one weakness, and something's gonna happen to her because of it.
I think you're right. I think that may be something too that we might be seeing in the future, like some really big pieces, side characters to the main characters that they're going to be eliminated. In order to like press the pressure forward. Even more.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
All right. Hey, well, let us know what you think. What did we get right? What did we get wrong? How do you feel about this particular episode? And of course, check out Mikel Claire.
Hello, I'm Mikel Claire. No, I'm kidding. Snooty Vegans is my YouTube channel. Please go like, subscribe, comment on all my wonderful videos that are up already, and enjoy the journey, Lock Journey, Vegan Lifestyle, Life as You Know It. Link in the description.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hey, make sure you hit that subscription button for this channel as well. And of course, give us those thumbs up because that is how the people know you are digging what we're giving you. All right, yo, we out of here. Peace.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Marathon day for you.
Woo!
Oh, hit the
record. Hit the record.